Welcome to Malcolm and Kate's Tall Tales podcast.
All right, so welcome to another deep dive. We usually dissect books or documentaries, but today we're doing something different. We're diving into the world of an internet sensation, and that is Jerry the cat.
Yeah. I think he really kind of explodes all of our expectations about who or what, I guess, can become this online phenomenon.
I know, right? I mean, he's a cat. But people just can't get enough of him.
Yeah.
He's got this, snarky personality.
He does.
So we've got interviews, fan reactions, even, political commentary to unpack.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with Jerry? What makes him tick?
Right. And is he really, as insightful as people say? Is this really a brilliant social commentator just, disguised as a house cat? Or is he just capitalizing on our fascination with the quirky and the unexpected?
Exactly, and that is exactly what we're going to explore today. So let's start with Jerry's own words.
Okay.
In one interview, he said that his success was basically, quote, sitting around making snarky observations about humans and eating all the pizza and ice cream I can get.
I just love how he presents himself as this, nonchalant observer of human folly. It's almost like he's saying, I'm just a cat, but even I can see how ridiculous you humans are.
Right. And people just eat it up. I mean, one of his most popular quotes is, humans running around all day pretending that you run the world.
Oh, yeah. Ouch.
Right. But, it's a little biting, but he delivers it with this deadpan humor, and it's hard to actually get offended by it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's winking at us, acknowledging the absurdity of it all.
Yeah, we're all in on the joke.
Exactly.
He definitely has a way with words.
Yeah.
But, it's not just his personality, though. He's, built this whole world around him.
Oh, yeah.
And, starting with his best friend, Mo the dog.
Oh, yeah, Mo.
Yeah. And this is where things get really interesting because Mo doesn't talk.
Right.
But he communicates through sign language. They created this whole dynamic where the dog is the more articulate one.
Right.
And it plays on our expectations. It adds this layer of surreal humor.
Totally.
And it also taps into our tendency to anthropomorphize animals to project human-like qualities onto them. I mean, we see it all the time with pets, but Jerry and Mo take it to a whole other level.
Absolutely. And then, of course, there's Sammy the squirrel.
Sammy, oh yeah, he brings a whole other energy to the mix.
He does.
He's definitely the cynical voice of reason. He's not buying into any of Jerry's hype.
Right. And he even accuses Jerry of quote, thinking his kid bugs don't stink, which I think is a hilarious way of calling him arrogant.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It is. And it's interesting to see how those different personalities play off each other.
Yeah.
It's almost like a classic sitcom setup.
Yeah.
You've got the witty protagonist, you've got the loyal sidekick, you've got the the grumpy neighbor, and it's all wrapped up in this furry package.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It creates this sense of a believable world,
Right.
Even though it's clearly absurd.
Of course.
And that's part of what makes it so engaging. We're drawn to stories with relatable characters, even if those characters happen to be, talking animal.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got a snarky cat, a signing dog, and a skeptical squirrel. But then things take a little bit of a wild turn because Jerry decides to announce his candidacy for president of the United States.
Yes, this is where I think the satire really comes into play, right? Because on the surface, it's just funny. It's an outlandish concept.
Yeah.
But when you kind of dig a little deeper, it starts to raise questions about our political landscape and our fascination with celebrity culture.
Right. And he even has a catchy campaign song, the one that's vote Jerry, he's got fur and purrs.
Oh, I love that one.
Right.
It's so ridiculous, and yet it's strangely compelling. It makes you wonder if we've reached a point where, anyone or anything can become a political figure.
And it's not just, a one-off joke. We even found a clip of a senator, justifying Jerry's candidacy. Yeah. Obviously, a fictional senator. But, he was saying that there's nothing in the Constitution that says a cat can't be president.
Oh, yeah. That's a great example of how he blends reality and fiction. It's he takes these real world elements like the Constitution, political campaigns, and then he twists them just enough to create this sense of absurd humor.
Right. And it really does make you stop and think, is he mocking our political system? Is he making a statement about the qualifications of our leaders, or is he just poking fun at the whole idea of a cat, running for office?
I mean, that's the beauty of satire, right? It can be interpreted on so many levels.
Yeah.
And it makes you laugh, but it makes you think critically about the world around you.
Yeah.
And in Jerry's case, it makes you wonder if, maybe a cat wouldn't be such a bad president after all.
Well, he certainly wouldn't be the first unconventional candidate to throw his hat in the ring.
That's for sure.
But let's move on to another kind of surprising twist in Jerry's journey. So he casually mentions, on his show, that he wants to take Kim Kardashian to the Oscars.
Yeah. I mean, this is where we see internet fame, kind of colliding with traditional celebrity.
Right.
It's as if Jerry is saying, I've reached the pinnacle of online success. Now let's see if I can conquer Hollywood.
Right. And he does it with, such nonchalance. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to, invite Kim Kardashian to the Oscars. No big deal.
It's that effortless confidence, he's not afraid to aim high.
Right.
Even if it seems completely absurd.
So what do you make of it? Is it a genuine invitation? Is it a publicity stunt? Is he just making a commentary on, fame itself?
Oh, that's a great question. And that is something that we will explore as we delve deeper into the fan reactions and the broader implications of Jerry's success. But one thing is for sure, this is not your average cat.
Definitely not.
He's a cultural phenomenon, a master of satire, and really a force to be reckoned with in the ever-evolving landscape of internet fame.
Absolutely.
That Oscar invitation? I mean, that really got people talking online.
Oh, for sure. The reactions, they were all over the place. Some people loved it. Go for it, Jerry. You deserve to be on the red carpet.
And then others were like, wait, what's his angle here? Is he serious about this? Is this a publicity stunt? Can a cat even understand what the Oscars are?
Exactly. It kind of turned into this whole discussion about fame and ambition.
Yeah, it's fascinating, right? This fictional cat, he's sparking these real world debates about celebrity culture and what it even means to be successful these days.
I know. And it's not just the Oscar thing. People are so invested in Jerry's whole world. They're creating fan art, writing songs, even coming up with theories about his backstory and his relationships with, Mo and Sammy.
It's wild. It shows you the power of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
People want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And Jerry, he gives them that, even if it's through a talking cat.
Totally. And we can't forget about the satire, the presidential campaign, the Oscars, even just name-dropping Kim Kardashian. It all points to this, this commentary on our obsession with, fame and spectacle.
Absolutely. He's holding up a mirror to our culture, exaggerating things to make us laugh, but also to make us think.
Yeah. I think that's why people find